Hello, it's your boy Mr. CV. I'm back. I'm back with another special video, and I'm back to talk about the Champions League games that are happening today. Every single team in the Champions League is playing today, which is very surprising which is very surprising because it's never happened before. And all 36 teams or 18, all 36 teams are playing because there's 18 games, and should be fascinating. This is the Champions League format; is very different from the old one, and should be more exciting. There's going to be a lot of movements that's happening in the Champions League in terms of where teams finishes. This is going to be very similar to the Premier League when all the 20 teams play in the last day of the season, when there's a lot of people who are relegated with the champions. So it should add all to the excitement. So the first game, they're all getting played at 8 o'clock, so there's no order to the games. The first one that I'm seeing here is Aston Villa versus Celtic. Fascinating game. Both teams are quite equal actually. Yeah, it's very hard to pick this game. Honestly, it could go either way. Aston Villa are the better team, or slightly just the better team, but Celtic are really good as well. Kyogo, one of the standout players, especially last season, and it should be a fantastic game. Should be a brilliant game, and could go either way. So I'm saying 2-0 or 2-1 to either team. So anyone, you could call it to anyone. Next one is Barcelona versus Atlanta. If Atlanta win, Real Madrid get taken out of the top 8, finish in the top 8. So people are saying that Barcelona should just let Atlanta win, but this is a football game. I don't think Barcelona are just going to let Atlanta win for the sake of Atlanta winning. And Atlanta has all been very impressive. Players like Ademola Lookman, and fantastic. He's been brilliant as well this season, and honestly deserves the African Player of the Year, and there's no doubt about that. Should be an interesting game, but I think it could go either way as well. Even though Barcelona's got the name, they've got the name of being Barcelona, so people could think Barcelona will easily win. But Atlanta are no mugs, so I think Atlanta will do fantastic as well. So let's see how the game goes. I think Barcelona will win this game, but Atlanta, I expect them to put up a good fight. The next one is Bayern Leverkusen versus Sparta Prague. Bayern Leverkusen should win this game quite comfortably. Players like Boniface as well. I've just heard, I think Al Hilal, is it Al Hilal or one of the Saudi Arabian teams that Ronaldo plays for? They're looking for a striker because they just let Talisca go. So they're looking for is either John Duran or Victor Boniface. And I think Victor Boniface has had his medical completed, so he should be going to the team in Saudi Arabia. On top of it as well, in saying that as well, Chelsea are looking at a swap deal between João Felix and John Duran as well. So should be interesting. And I think Boniface, if he goes, honestly, he's going to be earning almost £300,000 per week. Wow, is it a waste of career? I don't know. Obviously, when you work for better pay. Football is like a job to some of these players. So can I blame them? No, I can't really blame them for choosing to go Saudi Arabia, even though it's a young age. Saudi Arabia and places like China, they're supposed to be when you're older in your career. But honestly, you can't blame these guys for going. And in saying that, I think Bayern Leverkusen should be too strong. Players like Frimpong, honestly, they should be too strong for them. The next one is Borussia Dortmund versus Shakhtar Donetsk. I think Borussia Dortmund will be too strong as well. But Borussia Dortmund, they're like Tottenham. They're like Spurs. They're up and down. One minute you think they're all good, they're going to win. Other minute they drop points. So should be interesting as well. But I think Borussia Dortmund will be too strong. Dinamo Zagreb versus AC Milan. AC Milan should be too strong for Dinamo Zagreb. Arsenal played Dinamo Zagreb last week, and honestly, there wasn't really that much threat. And I think they're not going to be too much threat for AC Milan because they've got players like Rafael Leao, who's a fantastic player, scored a brilliant goal in their game recently, and honestly, should be a comfortable win for AC Milan. And Real Madrid versus Brest. Honestly, another comfortable win for Real Madrid. That front four, Vinicius, Mbappe, Rodrigo, Bellingham, Valverde, Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Rudiger. Oh my God. Courtois. Oh my God. Nah, it's just illegal to have a team like that. So I think Real Madrid are going to be too strong. I'm predicting a comfortable 3-0. Players like Rodrigo. Oh my God, Rodrigo is so underrated. Brilliant finishes from him, and honestly, it should be a good game. But I think Real Madrid will be too strong for them. Atletico versus Salzburg. Should be an interesting game, but I think Atletico will win as well because players like what's their striker? Who's their striker? Can I forget his name? I just forgot his name. But the striker from Man City, honestly, Julian Alvarez, brilliant striker. I think Real Madrid should be too strong for Salzburg and they should win. But Salzburg are one of those teams that will put up a good fight. But I think Real Madrid will win. Atletico Madrid will win. Bayern Munich versus Slovin Bratis. Bayern Munich should win this game comfortably. Players like Harry Kane, Coleman, even their last game, I know they lost against Feyenoord, but when I watched that game, they had so many chances and they just kept on missing after chance. And the keeper was fantastic as well. But I think they'll be back to their best and they should win this game easy 3-0. Next one, Stuttgart versus Paris Saint-Germain. I think Paris Saint-Germain will be too strong, especially if they beat Man City last week. They've got the confidence with them. They are going to be strong. They're going to be feeling very high and they should win this game comfortable. If they play their best, they will clean up this team. Should be about 2 or 3-0. Juventus versus Benfica. Juventus hit and miss this season. 1 minute they're winning, the other minute they're losing. But also as well, I'm hearing that the striker Vlahovic wants to leave Juventus. He's not really fitting into the manager's plan. And teams like Arsenal are on for him as well. They want to buy him from Juventus as well. But honestly, I think Juventus should win. Benfica, tough side, Benfica, tough side. So it should be a good game. But I think this game as well could go either way because Benfica are a really good side. But Juventus might just be a bit too strong. Or it might just be one of those games that's very tight. Anyone can win, probably 1-0. And Girona versus Arsenal. Girona, brilliant from them. I believe, what's this guy? I think Van der Beek. Oh, is it Van der Beek? Jean Van. Anyways, Girona did fantastic last season, and honestly, they were doing really well. But I think Arsenal will be too strong for them. Arsenal will be too strong, and they should win this game. The next one is Liverpool versus PSV versus Liverpool. Liverpool is going to win this game quite comfortable. With the kind of players that they have, they should win this game easily. And these are all the games in the Champions League. And then I'll be doing the results afterwards. So keep an eye and make sure you enjoy.